Hello everybody, my name is Smita.
Hi, my name is Ashwini and from Tashi Threads.
We both welcome you to our series of It Is Possible. As you all know, we have started this series to mark the International Women's Day on 8th of March. And we want to talk to all of you, we want to bring forward a lot of women who are inspiring to us personally and professionally as well. The kind of women who have overcome a lot of odds and have reached to whatever level they are.
Who pursue their dreams and then come to this level wherever they are today.
Right, wherever they are today.
Yeah.
So, our guest for the day is Divya.
Welcome, Divya.
So, Divya is a computer engineer by profession, an entrepreneur. She runs Tamara. We'll come to that. And now she's a proud mom of a young bubbly boy. So, Divya, before we get on to the questions that we have for you, we'd like to know a little more about you.
Okay, so I think you covered the basics about me already. I started off as a computer engineer and today I've been running Tamara for almost 5 years now. We're a multi-brand and of course Tashi has also been associated with us for the
More than 5 years now.
past 5 years. And I'm liking my business and liking my new role as a mom now. So yeah, going good.
So, with your new role, I'm sure it must be quite hectic for you at work as well as hectic for you at home. So, how do you manage to strike a balance between both?
Absolutely. I mean, when I started Tamara 5 years ago, Tamara was, my first baby, and as difficult as that was, or more than what I expected, this is more difficult. Now I have a 10-month-old boy. I definitely couldn't have managed both without, blessed with a supportive husband who kind of does both, helps me out at Tamara also apart from his own business, and also he, helps me with changing the diapers and all of that.
That's
We're
great to hear.
we're able to do it with very, very minimal help, only because, I have a very supportive husband. Thanks to him in the baby department for sure.
But that's really nice to know about men who help and especially to working women. Otherwise, it will become really difficult. I'm sure it would have become really difficult for you.
It's nice to say they play an equal part in the parenthood journey.
Though it's an established business for 5 years, we say, but definitely my presence here is inevitable, and I have to be here, at least for a few hours every day. And I don't believe in leaving my child with somebody else also. So because of having a supportive husband, I'm able to do that. I feel like we're able to do justice to my business as well as I don't feel guilty about leaving my child also. So it's going good so far.
Great.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So, among a lot of things that you juggle in your day-to-day life, both at work and at home, what's the most daring thing you've done so far?
I think the most daring thing would be where I started actually. Back when I was in college doing my computer science engineering, I was very excited, very nervous for my campus interview. It was a very big IT company with a huge package that they were offering me. So I was preparing for weeks together for the aptitude test, for the interview, and my dad did a sweet archana in the morning. So we were all so tensed and all of it. And I sat through the multiple rounds of interview. It was the best package that the college offered and all of that. I did all of that, and at around 2 a.m. in the morning. So we had interviews throughout the day, and me and my dad waited patiently. And 2 a.m. they announced that I got the job. And at 2:05 I told my dad, I'm so excited, but I'm not taking up the job. And my dad said, what is wrong with you? Because he also sat with me the entire day going through the. I just didn't want to fail the whole campus procedure, and I didn't want to fail at the campus interview process. I went through, I got it, but I definitely knew that is not what I wanted to do, taking up an IT job. And of course, my dad was very disappointed because he wanted me to be a part of that really large IT company. But then I think that at that point when I was 21 years old, to say I'm not taking up that huge salary is definitely the most daring thing, and I'm so happy about the decision. I'm even until today.
Now I'm really curious to know, so what was your first job?
So after giving up that job, I did a lot of small jobs, to kind of understand different sectors. I worked in a preschool, so I wanted to explore if I can, start a school of my own. I was sure I wanted to do a business, but then after the school, I worked as a manager in one of the, these shops. Then I even asked my mom if I could be a server at Pizza Hut because I wanted to understand how restaurants
Restaurant
work.
business,
But that she
yes.
did not allow me. I still feel bad for it. Otherwise, maybe I could have been a restaurant here because I wanted to do those things. So that's where I started. I did a lot of these small jobs, and that's the start.
So, and then from those small odd jobs that you did, how did this transition happen to finally start Tamara?
So after I did several of these small jobs, and after that I got a decently paid job. I did corporate communications with iPhone Capital. So that was a starting point where I could actually save some money to start my business. So I realized that for making people trust that I could do business was one thing, and making people fund for a business was something that I did not want to try convincing people, and I wanted to save money for myself to kind of start my idea. So then I took up this job and saved money, very little, like about 4 to 5 lakhs. That was the initial what I started Tamara with, what I made, and yeah, that's how Tamara happened.
So, what would your advice be to young women who want to start something on their own?
So this journey definitely worked for me. I feel like we should try our hand at different fields before we kind of finalize. Okay, so this is my field, and even today I'm willing to, if at all somebody would take me as an intern somewhere, I would love to work, go back to Pizza Hut that my mom did not allow me back when I was 19 years old.
And that's a very good takeaway for all our viewers here. Like to try your hand at different things that you can.
Yeah, it's not something that you do not know what your. At least for me, I did not know what my passion was when I was just lying in my bed or going to college. You really need to kind of put your foot into different industries to kind of understand what you enjoy doing,
Right.
and what comes naturally to you. That comes only by experiencing different fields.
True. So, from whatever you have said till now, I understand that your greatest strength, at least to me, it looks like, is to learn a lot. So, is that what you feel about what your greatest strength is?
Probably, I'm actually
A quick learner.
Yeah, maybe. I enjoy learning actually. I mean, I was, though I did not take up what I studied, but I was definitely a studious person. I love learning, and even today I continue to learn. I learn from my colleagues. I learn from my other suppliers. I learn from all my partners. So there is a lot of learning that we keep doing, even though you're fixed in a particular job, and that's the only way to grow. And if you're a business person and you want to expand in different verticals, learning is a continuous process. Along with learning, you should have the same fire, which is the most difficult. Learning also can be done, but to have the same fire that we started the business with, that is something that is most important.
Consistency.
I think the fire and the learning together would definitely lead to a successful, business or a career. It's a long life. You need to have learning and fire throughout your life to continue to be successful.
Tamara is Tamara is a living example of
Thank
that.
you so much.
And we are very proud to be associated with Divya and Tamara for these many years now. And personally, we have learned a lot from you and Tamara as a whole.
Thank you.
Now, moving to a little serious question. We'd like to ask, what do you think is the most stressful part of being a woman in this world?
Okay, so stressful part about being a woman, I think it's the expectation that we have on ourselves. I think that is the most difficult part because I am a mom, I'm, as per Instagram requirements, I'm breastfeeding my child for 1 year, I'm an entrepreneur, I buy my own things, I don't expect my husband or my father or anybody, and still I look at Instagram and say, oh, I don't know to bake cookies, right? So there is never satisfaction that you can achieve, and I think, I don't know if all women face that, but there's this, it never satisfies.
This is something I'll like to add on here. like seeing Insta, what we see on other people's page, that's definitely not something that we need to relate to ourselves. Everybody has a separate journey, different individual life.
True, and we don't know the challenges that
Right, they are facing behind Insta.
I'm sure they have their own challenges. that they
Absolutely, I
face.
agree. But having a toddler, I mean, he's an infant to a toddler
Yeah.
now. But I'm never satisfied. I feel like, oh, I'm spending a few hours at office. Could I have thought in colors by now? Could I have thought in vehicles by now? It's just never ending. I feel like my biggest struggle here is I'm never satisfied with what I'm doing or what I've done. I keep feeling, okay, let me do more. I need to do more. I think as women, you're never satisfied. Being a housewife or being an entrepreneur, being a mother, you're never satisfied with any of it. You just want to do all of it. You want to keep your house beautiful. There's just no end to it, right? I think it's hard for one person to be excelling in everything.
Every field, yeah.
So, maybe men are not expected to excel in all the fields all the time, but I feel like women kind of have an expectation of themselves. I don't know if others
Very
have
true.
it.
I think that's an expectation we have on
Yeah,
ourselves.
on
Very true.
ourselves.
That's,
So
that's rightly said.
I can never say I have an important meeting and kind of like not figure out what to do with my son.
Right.
I have to do both.
Very, very good. This is a daily struggle that every woman probably
Absolutely.
faces in life, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that was a little serious question, I should say. Now coming back to our
favorite
favorite question. What is your
Your take
opinion
on the sari.
Actually, sari is something I love wearing, though I don't wear it often. I reserve it for the most special occasions in my life, and the sari days are the days that makes me feel very beautiful. And I'm not, though I've been running social media interlinked business, I've never shown my face much on social media. But the days that I wear a sari, it's compulsory. I take a selfie with my family and take photos of myself. It's a day of a lot of happiness and a day that I feel beautiful. Though I don't do it regularly, I reserve it for the most special days of my life.
May your days be beautiful
Alright,
always.
yes. And we'd like to give you a small memento from our end.
So sweet.
Yeah. I really hope you like it.
Yeah, we
Thank
hope
you
we
so
like
much.
this.
Can I
Please, please do.
I love the bag already.
Yes, I know.
It's so beautiful. It's a block print.
It's
That's
block
also
printed
print,
silk sari. We felt this color would suit you. It's a nice
So
size.
Lightweight and easy
Yeah,
to carry,
easy
so
to drape
perfect
and-
and maybe comfortable.
Thank you so much. So beautiful. I'll definitely send you pictures.
Thank you so
Sure.
much.
So kind of you.
And thank you so much for doing this short video with us. And it's really been inspiring knowing you and working with you for so long. I'm sure this video is going to be inspiring for all women who are going to watch this. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for your time,
Thank you.
Divya, and thank you all for watching. We will be back with another guest of the series. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.